Hey y'all, it's Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. Picture this. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app when you spot it. A brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Do you have or need a plan of action versus reaction for this year? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
Serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it out.
What is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of planning action versus reaction learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you? Well, that's infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you are here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. And that's why I'm here hitting you with another Daily Success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game, because as we already know, there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. All right, now, before we kick this off, I know you want to keep getting all these daily success tips, so make sure you go on down there and smash that subscribe button. Don't smash your phone, just press the subscribe button, and leave us, a 5-star rating and some kind words in the review. If you feel like you're getting any value of these out of this podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review. These subscribes, ratings, and reviews help tell the podcast platform algorithms to lift us up ever so slightly in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So take a moment, if you would, show the love and help spread the word. I definitely appreciate it. All right, I'm going to take a moment here and say, 2020 was one of those years that smacked all of us right upside the head. When you say that, right? I feel you nodding in approval. Maybe not approval, but certainly you're nodding with me. I think it's going to be one of those years where we're going to be telling the stories maybe a decade or two from now. Grandpa, did you live through 2020? Oh my God, let me tell you about what 2020 was all about. I think it really marks one of those critical points, kind of a before and after. Like maybe you hear about those great recessions that have happened a couple of times here in our great nation and across the globe. But it's going to be one of those before and after points that people are going to be discussing for years, if not decades, to come. I mean, if you think about it, we saw whole new businesses birthed, right? And saw success. You saw maybe some of the classics that were lost. Maybe someone in your neighborhood who just had been there forever. Now they're gone. And then there are still others struggling to survive each and every day. And if we think about it, I think if I step back and ponder and look around at the landscape, I think most of the businesses that are still around are probably settling into one of three camps, right? The first, which is probably the best one, is they're doing okay, right? They're making money, but they're not quite trusting the success that they're seeing right now, right? You've got the group that are feeling battered and bruised and just totally struggling to make it every day on. And then you have those that are surviving, but they're afraid to make some moves. And I think there might even be a fourth camp, and the fourth camp is those that aren't here anymore. But I think if we're talking about those ones that are still around, those are ones that they're seeing success, but they're not quite trusting it. They're struggling because they're so battered and bruised. They're even disillusioned, like, oh my God, can I go forward? And those ones that are surviving, right? They're okay. I'm okay. But I'm afraid to make that next bold move because they don't know what's around the corner. And if you think about it, no matter what group you're in, you're probably stepping into this year, and at the time of this recording, it's the end of January of 2021. You're probably stepping into this year a little more cautiously, right? You may have been a bull in a china shop in 2020. This same time last year, like, man, I'm going after it. I'm taking on the world. This year, you might be a little more optimistically, even timid in your approach as you look at your visions and your goals that you may have had in the past and looking at them a little differently. You might even find it a little difficult to dream your big dreams that you were dreaming in the past, right? Because you don't know, right? And trust me, when I say this, you're not alone in these feelings, but please do not become discouraged. I mean, this year, like every other year, it's going to offer you a plethora of opportunities to rewrite the rules and stop settling for less. I truly believe that. It's an opportunity to cast your vision, right? And make it, and you want to make that vision strategic, right? Obviously, the game is a little different today than it was a year ago, or you know what? I think we can say that every year. Even if you don't go through a 2020, every year something happens that makes the game a little different. So that's how I'm looking at it. It's a little different from the past, but you can still create more success and more growth in your business, in your relationships, in your life. So I want to offer up some ways to help strategically plan those things and be more successful in the coming year. And the first one, you probably know this is coming. You may as well embrace the change. It's here, right? And change causes upheaval. It makes people uncomfortable. They're unsettled. They're going, oh my God, it's changed again. But here's the thing. Change is constant. I think what's really going on is maybe change is happening a little faster right now, right? If you're in a line of business where perhaps the good old ways of getting your next client or serving the ones you have are a little broken, a little disheveled, I think what you need to do is kind of go through a laundry list of things to help find new ways, right? To grab their attention and to grow them. Find new ways to serve your clients. I mean, perhaps you are in an industry where you're used to being face to face. Now you got to try those more digital approaches, or maybe you need to just modify how the face to face is happening, right? I think the key here is, look, the changes have already happened. There may be more changes in the future. If you can do anything, I think the one thing you want to do is embrace the change and try to get ahead of it. Okay, let's go forward with, it's a digital age, right? Maybe I got to do a lot more Zoom stuff or GoToWebinar or Facebook Lives or whatever it is. Embrace the change and employ the change to work with you and your business, not against you. I think if you think about it, your prospects, your clients, and your customers will be a lot more welcoming to these changes now than ever before. It could have been a year ago. You're like, hey, I don't want to come visit you face to face. Let's do a Zoom call. They'll be like, a Zoom call? Why not? Why don't you just come on over to my office? Today, you're like, let's do a Zoom call. They're like, okay, what time? Right? So embrace the change and make it work for you. And then let's look at things like, how can you be on the edge of this change, right? If you see a change happening, how can you jump on board and say, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of this change before anyone else. While everyone else is out there griping about it, I'm going to grab the reins and I'm going to run with it and I'm going to lead by example, right? And then how can you make your business be relevant and profitable 3 years from now, 5 years from now, with everything that's going on, right? So maybe you're just breaking even. So start thinking about ways to be relevant and profitable in 1 year and in 3 years. And I would go 1 and 3. 5 is okay. You could go there too. 10 is a little more challenging because we don't know what's going to happen in that long, right? Heck, Tracy, I don't even know what's going to happen in 1 year. And coming on the heels of that, I think the one thing you're going to want to be sure to do, and I know many of you are doing it, is make sure you're prioritizing the needs of your consumer, your prospect, your client, whoever it is you're serving. And look at it, just like I was mentioning before, if you're in a face-to-face previously face-to-face kind of business, and now you have to do things more digital. Right now, the rules of supply and demand are kind of all flipped on their head. You've got to look at your business at a different way, changing to the client's needs, changing to social distancing, changing to whatever is going to drive your business forward, right? If you look at some of the grocery stores in my area, obviously they're modifying how they're letting people flow in and flow out. But what I've seen really happen across the board is they're all doing home delivery. Oh my God. Have you thought of something like that? Is there some way that you can alter your business to fit into what's going on and really service your customers, and almost in a level up example? Because here's what I think is going to continue to happen. Your customers' needs and the problem that you solve via your business is going to continue to be there. It might be there in a modified state, and it's your job to figure out how you can create a strategy to service those clients and those customers and that need that problem you solve in this modified. So maybe it's a great time to reach out to them and engage them in this new landscape, let's call it, and ask them, right? Ask them the questions, send them some surveys, send them an email, get on a Zoom call with them, pick up the phone and talk to them. I bet you they have some amazing insights of how you can best serve them. And then of course, you being the expert, you'll have some ideas as well. So those can help prove out your ideas. And when it comes to executing those ideas, you're going to want to work smarter, not harder. So you're going to want to leverage all the tools that are at your fingertips. And maybe there are tools you're not even aware of. I've been in the podcast game since, 2007 in one form or another, and then got out for a few years. And so many tools have popped up in the podcast landscape that I'm, even still to this day, still learning about as I network with fellows out there. So be sure to focus on leveraging the talents of not only yourself and the people that you work with via collaboration, but find the tools that are out there that help make you or give you the ability to work smarter and not harder, and can help remove hurdles and even bottlenecks in your processes and in your delivery of your products and services. A great way to do that is obviously to network with your peers and find out what tools and techniques and ways of making their lives a little easier are out there, right? I mean, I know maybe they're competition, but certainly if you have value to add to them and they have value to add to you, it's a wash my back, I wash yours, and all ships rise with the tide together, don't they? And this next one here, I think probably needs to go without saying, but sometimes it's the obvious ones that need to be said. Profit needs to be part of your mentality. So many times they're saying, follow your passion and the money will come. And you know what? I think it's at some level, it's very true. Because definitely if you have a passion for it, it will help you through those rough times, those times when you stumble, bumble, trip, fall, and faceplant. But like Zach said the other day, 2 days ago in the Monday interview, well, what if your passion is for licking drywall? Not a whole lot of opportunities for making revenue licking drywall, right? So, let's follow your passions where there's a profit, right? So, shifting your mindset to that profit can certainly keep you focused on ensuring your business stays soluble, stays relevant, and stays, profitable. And I think the last one here I want to leave you with is to be a confident leader and to empower others. I think that's one of the big things, especially when you go through any kind of uncertain times, that people will be looking up to you as the leader, and then how you react to things are going to give them permission to react that way as well. So if you are going confidently forward saying, I know things are troubling, and things are challenging, but we're going to muddle through. We have this plan and we have that plan and that plan. That gives them the certainty and the confidence to go forward in the execution of their tasks. They're looking up to you, right? And your clients are doing the same thing too. If you're a coach, right? If you're an entrepreneur and you're teaching them and bringing them along the way, they're going to be looking at you for that confidence. So you need to be the confident leader. Don't be dishonest, right? Be yourself in that confidence. And then empower them, teach them, give them the openness. This is your area of expertise. I expect these results, but how you get there, is within the reins of decency and, ethical business, but certainly use your expertise. That's why you pay them, right? For their expertise. So, be that confident leader and empower those that you have brought into the charge to do what they do. I think as a confident leader, be it, in your business of, 1, 2, 12, 20, 200, whatever it is, or just being a leader within your community, you can breathe life and confidence into others, and you don't need to have all the answers. Okay, man, I may be repeating myself here. Heck, you don't even need to know the how beyond what your next step is going to be. And you know what? When it comes to that next step, I don't even think you need to be right. You just need to be confident enough to take that next step. And right, it's not failure, it's feedback. And as you take that next step, you get that feedback and you take the next. And having that confidence to do that, they'll look and they'll see that and they'll be willing to take their next step in their roles, in the execution of their duties, or whatever it is they're doing. All right, my Dark Horse friends and family. Tomorrow we're going to chat about a fitness entrepreneur who was able to generate a legion of enthusiasts without spending a single penny on marketing. You're not going to want to miss this one. All right. And I know obviously that you want to keep getting all these daily success tips. So go on down there and, like I said before, smash that subscribe button. If you feel like you're getting any value out of this, definitely go on there, smash that subscribe button, leave us a 5-star rating and drop us some kind words in the review. These subscribes, ratings, and reviews tell the podcast platforms to lift us up a little bit in the rankings so that we can get more reach to all those other driven entrepreneurs like yourself that are out there. So please take a moment, show the love, and help us spread the word. And of course, come on over and jam with us in the Facebook group. Go to facebook.com and in that search bar up there, type Dark Horse Tribe, and we should pop up right at the top there. Come on and hang out with us. If for some reason you can't find us that way, go to your favorite web browser, type darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe. That should take you right there. I look forward to meeting you in the group. All right, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results. Come on over to the Dark Horse Facebook group and let me hear about them. Until tomorrow, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.